Bitcoin could be completely broken in 10 years. And Ethereum? They're already preparing for it. While everyone's arguing about bull runs and bear markets, there's a threat that could make all of that irrelevant. Quantum computers. And the clock is already ticking. Here's what's happening right now. Scientists are building computers so powerful they could crack Bitcoin security like it's a high school locker. We're talking about machines that can solve problems in seconds that would take regular computers thousands of years. CoinDesk just dropped a bombshell report. Bitcoin's encryption, the thing that keeps your coins safe, could be vulnerable to quantum attacks within the next decade. Maybe sooner. And here's the kicker. Bitcoin's community is moving slower than a snail on this problem. Meanwhile, Ethereum is already testing quantum-resistant solutions. Let me break this down in plain English. Every time you own Bitcoin or any crypto, your coins are protected by something called cryptographic keys. Think of it like the world's most complex password. Current computers would need longer than the universe has existed to crack these passwords. But quantum computers? They could do it during your lunch break. This is where things get interesting for everyday people. Because this isn't just about Bitcoin. This affects the entire financial system. And that's where ISO 20022 comes in. ISO 20022 is basically a new language for banks to talk to each other. Right now, when you send money internationally, it goes through old, clunky systems that were built in the 1970s. It's slow, expensive, and honestly kind of ridiculous for 2025. ISO 20022 is the upgrade. It lets banks send more information faster with better security. And here's what matters to you. Certain cryptocurrencies are being built specifically to work with this new system. These are called ISO 20022 compliant tokens. One of the biggest names in this space is Quant, ticker symbol QNT. Quant built something called Ledger. Think of it as a universal translator that lets different blockchains and traditional banking systems all talk to each other. Banks can't just throw away their old systems overnight. They need bridges. Quant is building those bridges. Now here's where the quantum threat ties into all of this. If quantum computers can break Bitcoin, they can break traditional banking security too. The entire financial system is at risk. That's why forward-thinking projects like Quant are already working on quantum-resistant technology. Ethereum's developers are actively testing post-quantum cryptography. They're running experiments right now. Bitcoin's community? They're still debating whether it's even a real problem. This is the difference between adapting to the future and hoping the future never comes. For everyday people, this matters because your financial future might depend on which technologies survive the quantum revolution. It's not about picking winners today. It's about understanding which projects are actually preparing for tomorrow. ISO 20022 tokens like Quant aren't just crypto speculation. They're positioning themselves as critical infrastructure for the next generation of finance. When banks need to move trillions of dollars securely in a post-quantum world, they're going to need systems that can handle it. So what should you watch for? First, pay attention to any announcement from Bitcoin developers about quantum resistance. If they start moving quickly, that's a good sign. If they keep dragging their feet, that's a red flag. Second, watch Ethereum's progress on their quantum-resistant upgrades. They're the testing ground for solutions that could protect the entire crypto industry. Third, keep an eye on enterprise adoption of ISO 20022 compliant tokens. When major banks start announcing partnerships or pilot programs, that's real-world validation. And finally, follow quantum computing breakthroughs. The moment someone announces a quantum computer powerful enough to threaten current encryption, the entire crypto market will react. You want to be ahead of that news, not behind it. The quantum threat isn't science fiction anymore. It's a timeline, and the projects that survive will be the ones that prepared. This is educational content only, not financial advice. Always do your own research before investing in any cryptocurrency or token. Follow Stack Daily 60 for daily crypto and money tips.